I was looking at who you follow because I'm like, oh, who do we both follow? And I saw three things. So I saw that you follow kids getting hurt, which is fantastic. Isn't it like the best account?
It is kind of the funniest thing in the world. Yeah, I'm sorry for laughing at it, but it is hilarious.
And then similarly, influencers in the wild.
The twerking.
All the time.
Enough.
I always love it. They'll have, it's always people on beaches, you know what I mean?
Yes,
and
yes.
it's their kids filming them. And so it'll be like a woman in a thong bikini.
Yes.
And she's like, you know, just bouncing her butt to her
Yes,
kid.
like, remember Shame?
Yeah, it's hilarious. It's like
Yeah.
an 8-year-old kid's like, are we done now?
Oh.
And then in one, she like hands her an ice cream cone, like, you did it. Now you can have your ice cream. And then I saw you follow Chicago history.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, which is a great account.
I do, yeah.
So have you worked out of and in Chicago over the years at all?
No,
Really?
I have not. I have not.
Just like press stuff?
Just press stuff, but I love it here.
Yeah.
I want to come here not working.
But you're from California originally, right? You grew up there in Long Beach?
In Long Beach.
With Snoop Dogg?
Still in Long Beach.
Oh,
Snoop
you're still
Dogg
in
and I
Long-
went
okay.
to rival high schools.
Did you
Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, no way.
Isn't that great?
At the same time?
At the same time.
So you knew of him?
And Cameron Diaz.
Really?
Uh-huh.
And she wasn't even, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Do you ever bump into them and reference like the old days?
I did Martha and Snoop's show a couple of years back.
Oh,
I was
that's
like, you
right.
went to Marshall Junior High and I went to blah, blah, blah. And, so we sort of.
Yeah.
And yet we are not best friends.
That is weird. That's their
Which
fault.
is like insulting.
So, growing up in LA, then I know that you went to the Groundlings to do improv and things like that. Was there ever any competition? Because I feel like in LA, it's like UCB and Groundlings. Like in Chicago, it's Second City and IO.
Right.
Was it ever a decision? Did you always want to go to Groundlings, or you kind of fell into it?
I knew it was going to be the Groundlings for me.
Okay.
Because I had seen shows there and I was so blown away. I thought if I could ever do anything like that, I would feel like a superstar.
Yeah.
So at the time, there wasn't a lot of competition with other theaters. This is the late 90s. But then there was a time where there was Second City in LA. There was Improv Olympic. There was UCB. Like, and we felt it.
Yeah.
Like there was.
It's like, oh, there's
like,
competition
oh,
here now.
wow,
Hang
we
on a
better
second.
step up our game.
So who was kind of in your class with you at the time? Because I know so many celebs have gone through the Groundlings, obviously.
Jennifer Coolidge left right before I got in.
Wow.
But she was a big reason why I wanted to get in.
That's awesome.
Let's see, Oscar winners Nat Faxon and Jim Rash.
Okay.
Kristen Wiig, Annie Mumolo, Michaela Watkins.
Yeah. Jim Rash is a tough name, like for high school, I feel like.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Melissa McCarthy, Maya Rudolph, Anna Gasteyer.
Okay, and so that was
Will
sort of,
Ferrell
right.
was out
Now,
right before I got in.
Who was
Who is Will Ferrell? He's just some guy that shows up.
who kind of looks like the drummer from Red Hot Chili Peppers.
A little bit, yeah. And he just sort of,
He just gets loud.
yeah.
Ugh. Now,
good luck, Will.
that was sort of the, so that kind of brings you to the Bridesmaids group, and then that sort of blows everything up, which is amazing. And I know that obviously you're doing voice work here in Elemental, Disney Pixar's Elemental, which is exciting. They were like, it's Disney. I'm like, but Big City Greens, which is a big show in my house. I have an almost 4-year-old.
Oh.
So Big City Greens is on. So it's like your voice is around the house all the time, which is exciting.
Lucky you. Lucky you.
So are these, if you had to choose between being on set, I assume in these voiceover moments like Elemental, it's just you in a room, maybe with like a director or producer, and they're sort of working you through the script and stuff. So what's the energy difference like trying to cut lines to a script alone, basically?
It's night and day.
Yeah.
Night and day, because you get really no feedback
Right.
when you're in a booth. But then it's always a great surprise when you see the finished product. It's like, oh, I'm very proud
really
of
made that
this.
work.
Yeah. But you just have to trust that process a lot more and just let go and let them guide you.
Yeah.
Whereas you have a little more control in front of the camera. But I'm happy I get to do both.
Well, and now you're basically on the Super Bowl winning team in a Disney Pixar movie, which is crazy.
I mean, it is the dream of most actors to get on a Pixar gig because they just make the best films, iconic films with beautiful messages. And, you know, they make you, Pixar films, when you come out of the theater, you feel better than when you came in.
Yeah.
So that's the goal.
Well,
you know,
awesome.
You want people to enjoy your work like that. So.
Well, I love that. We're excited to see it June 16th. It's going to be wonderful. And by the way, I love the message of the film. I like how Pixar kind of has the layers. It's like a 7-layer burrito, you know, in a very good way.
Right.
So thanks for your time today.
Thank you for coming and
seeing
me.
It's great to meet you.